Nile Rodgers, Lucinda Williams. Let's see what all of Nile's accomplishments. You just can't. It's too long. It's too long. Good times, everybody dance. My feet keep dancing, dance, dance, dance. He likes his dance in his title, yeah. Yeah, Bernard Edwards died. Yeah, I remember that. Okay. Yeah. Listen, you can't. His list is just Daft Punk. You know what I'm saying? Just too. He's got too much to list. He's got too much. Lucinda Williams. Let's see. She's a blues. She's mainly blues. Okay. Let's continue. Of course, Stevie. Listen, I'm gonna stand by what I've said about Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder's discography will wash Michael Jackson. I'm sorry. Stevie Wonder's discography will wash Prince. Okay, Stevie Wonder. If I had to take one Black American artist to go against the greatest of the whites, I'm taking Stevie Wonder. Not Michael, not Prince, not R. Kelly. I'm taking Stevie Wonder. I'm taking Stevie Wonder against the Elvises, against the Beatles, the Led Zeppelins. I'm taking Stevie Wonder, not the usual picks that y'all would pick. Stevie Wonder washes any black artist discography, bar none. And I said wash. It's not close. It's not close. Okay? Yes. I don't think y'all Stevie's been doing this thing since he was 14 years old. Not only that, but he's been an inspiration for a lot of artists. He's been a blueprint that nobody talks about. Nobody talks about the blueprint of Stevie Wonder. All of your crooners, that's Stevie Wonder. You can make a case for Smokey Robinson, but Stevie's had a better career than Smokey. He has. Man, Stevie. I'm taking Stevie against them white boys all day long. All day long. What else? I mean, his list is stupid. Right? Songs he wrote, Aretha Franklin, Shaka, and Michael made that. Yeah. Listen. They cover his records, y'all. They cover his records, not the other way around. Stevie doesn't do covers. His songs get covered. Let's not do this. Wow, Jay-Z. I didn't see this one coming. Wow. Jay-Z, huh? Okay. Who is he written for outside of rap? Let's listen here. Did we already catch this already?
Sure other writers gonna relate to this. Come up with the flow first. I'm trying to work out the pockets and then I'll fill it with words. I went from lukewarm to hot, sleeping on background. We understood I got artillery, lyrical enamel, down. So he's mimicking a horn. But Biggie was so unorthodox that it was like, Jesus. The notorious just, please us with your lyrical. Jazz, black and ugly as ever. And then one word was so powerful. However. Black and ugly as ever. However. Anything he said after that was going to be amazing. Those are little tricks as a writer that, everyone's trying to accomplish to make a word mean more. It's triple entendre, quadruple entendre. That's when I feel like I'm at my best. I'm always writing. It never goes off. Teenage years, my mom had got me this notebook, and I was just writing, and usually sideways and slanted, and just like a mess. And I was writing really small because I didn't want anybody to read what I was writing. And as I moved further away from the house, it was hard to hold these things. I had to retain these thoughts. I didn't write anymore. And I would lose so much great material. All the material that's on Reasonable Doubt was pretty much already in my head. You know, you can pin yourself in the corner and say, I'm gonna write a song about, you know, alcohol. A lyrical exercise is a better example. So now I'm just gonna take all these references, you know, about bars and sit-ups and chin-ups and things, and I'm gonna make it make sense, and it can't be corny. Bring your squad, bicep, triceps, and quad. When you take them and you tie it behind your back, that's a challenge. But it's a challenge as a writer that you relish and you want. A big yacht, the Lexus, bragging about money. Those are props. That's not the engine. That's not the emotion that my music is running on. The foundation of the struggle, you know.
Does he have one more album in him? Does he have another 444 in him? Because if it's not 444 Jay-Z, then stop putting out music. Don't even think about putting out any more music. Y'all saw what happened to LL Cool J. He did a song for the Grammys, I believe, or some awards show, and it was trash. Like, don't be like LL. Like, leave on top. Like, if Jay ain't got another 444 in him, don't put out no more music, man. Don't tease the people with another album. If you're not gonna just say what it is, and you know what I'm saying, no more struggle, no more coke rap, none of that shit. No more money talk. Sir, people are paying $5 a gallon for gas. You need to be able to read the room and come out with something that's relatable to the people, because you've been wealthy for a very long time. And we're going to get into, you know, the wealth of Jay-Z real quick, just real briefly.
I'll fight to be recognized in a country that doesn't see us in that light. When you walk in the room, you ain't walking in just a solo. You represent the history of what's been done in this country. And
what you say?
It don't have
to
be
hear
all
rich
loud.
man problems?
It's like every second of the day, but it's there.
You want to
hear
like air? You want to hear?
No, but I like
Jeff
that metaphor.
Bezos
It's
problems?
like air was really good. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna put that one in my pocket for later.
Y'all want to hear Jeff Bezos' problem? I don't want to hear problems like, no. Let me see. Let's go here. Oh yeah, okay. Come on, let's go here. Let's see what she's talking about.
Is inclined to follow the rules, and that's the most important thing. Yeah, I didn't go through the academic route. Mostly, I think I just spent, when I was learning music, listening to other artists, listening to their records just constantly. I remember having a meeting with the record company guy in LA once, and he said, I think you need to go back to the drawing board because none of your songs have bridges. I did, and I still do love standard songs. I just wasn't writing that way. Sometimes something will just kind of tumble out. Like Change the Locks was kind of like that. I remember driving in my car in between whatever towns, that song just came to me. The rhythm of the driving, you know. And I was really pissed off at this guy. I had to get it out of my system.
Okay, Taylor Swift.
Lake Charles, I labored over for quite a bit longer. It's a lot more challenging writing about someone who has been broken and suffering. You don't want to be pointing the finger at them or anything, you know. You want to present them with empathy. Talented. This guy came up to me and said, I want to know how to write songs like you do. Tell me how you do it. I thought, well, what can I tell him in a shortened form, you know, that's going to make a difference maybe? And I said, okay, well, the first thing you have to do is be willing and able to look way down deep inside yourself into those dark corners that you maybe don't feel comfortable looking at. And I said, you got to be able to do that though. And he stopped for a minute and he looked at me and he said, I don't think I can do that. And it just broke my heart. I find myself alone. Song Can Find Me. It's actually about the beauty and power of songs and songwriting. It could be anywhere, anytime. When the muse hits, has to find you wherever you are. It will find you wherever you are.
Okay, this is good. Okay, let's listen to the Master Niles. Wait. Let me stop. Let me get back to him. Yeah, his discography.
Great songwriter. I go, whoops. No, I'm not. I'm a pretty good song rewriter, because the first idea I have, ding, dance, 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 that's not the hook. Terrific, in my mind, idea to start with. But by the time I finish with it, I've rewritten it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. So that's how I think of myself, that I'm an arranger. And because of my arrangements, they become the foundation of the song. Freak was because we didn't get into Studio 54. The guy at the back door slammed the door in our faces and told us to fuck off. After that, we went home and wrote Fuck Studio 54. I went to this club called the G.G. Barnum Room, and that particular night was not just a heavy trance night, but for some reason, I guess they were having a Diana Ross look-alike kind of night.
And you wrote that song for Diana Ross. We know the story well, sir. Continue.
So I was standing there at the urinal. You know, it was like one of those trough kind of urinals where like 8 or 9 dudes could stand at the trough. I just happened to look to my left and see like 6 or 7 deep Diana Rosses. And I look to my right and I see 6 or 7 deep Diana Rosses. And I get so excited because this is the first star we ever worked with. I ran out because, you know, it was the days of pay phones. We didn't have cell phones yet. I says, write down, I'm coming out because I know I'm gonna get drunk and forget. I'm telling you, if we do this, the gay community alone will buy 1 million records to have Diana Ross go, I'm coming out. So many people were sampling our songs. I heard Rapper's Delight. I could tell it wasn't us right away. That string fall off came right from our record, right from Good Times, and I could spot it a mile away because I had to pay for the guys from the New York Philharmonic to play on my record. This whole concept of sampling became a thing. Records are made all the time from other people's records. It's actually just their way of making records now. Public Enemy were the first people to turn me onto it, and I've been fans of that process ever since, but I want to keep my art form alive.
So which one is it, Niles? You want to keep your art form alive, or you want to open the door for theft? Because that's all it is theft. You know, legal theft, right?
So, you know, Chic, we're still totally old school. We go in like a regular band and just jam. We are family. Get up, everybody, and
man, that Fender's been through some things. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's continue. Once again, Stevie Wonder. I'm taking him against all the way. All the way, guys. Paul Simon. I had no problem with this. I had no problem with Paul Simon. Taylor Swift. Is it too early for Taylor Swift? Is it too early for Taylor Swift? Is she too young? Does she deserve to be on this list? Once again, this is the, the 30 greatest living American songwriters. Living, keyword living, not dead or alive, not greatest of all time. Living. Okay, let's go. What's she talking about? Oh, wait, let me pause. Hold up. Pause. Damn it.
Mad at my parents.
Okay, wait.
Like, I don't care if people hate this because I love it so much, was when I wrote the song Love Story. When I was 17, sitting in my bedroom, mad at my parents because they wouldn't let me go on a date with a guy who was too old, so I shouldn't have been on a date with him anyway. And this is why you need to discipline your kids, because they might write songs that go number one. It's still such a mystery to me. I've been writing songs for so long, and they never quite happen exactly the same way, and I still don't quite understand how it works. I have this very strong opinion that when you're young, you feel things on such a intense and detailed level. There's an attention to detail when you are like 17 to 22 years old and you're longing, or you're reaching and grasping but never holding. And I've always tried to, like, without being a completely unhinged adult, keep that level of detail and intensity when it comes to trying to describe a feeling. I have little phonetic things. I love alliterations. I love, two words that start with the same letter. Love that. I don't like to have a word end with the same letter that the next word starts with. I really gravitate towards juxtaposition and polarity in a line. Because ultimately, like, we are all filled with these kind of battling features and factors that make up our jagged personalities.
Big reputation, big we got.
Criticism has been a huge fuel for me. It's been a huge jumping off point, like a creative writing prompt or something. There are so many songs in my career that would not exist, like Blank Space would not exist if I hadn't had people being like, here's a slideshow of all her boyfriends.
But I got a blank, and I'll
However they feel about themselves and their life will be projected onto how they perceive you. A public person who makes art is a mirror ball. And that's part of why I've been able to keep my wits about me through all this, because I know that
spinning in my heels, love, and just
can make these kind of like shockingly vulnerable confessions within a song by being like, I've never been a natural. All I do is try. And you say that at first, and I remember writing that and being like, oh my God, this feels like, do you want to say this? And I'm like, actually, I feel like a lot of people feel that way. That always overrides my discomfort if a line feels too true, because I don't really think that there's anything that's too true.
Okay, I'm rocking with it. I'm with it. Brian and Eddie Holland. Okay. These are old school guys. What did they do? Okay. Missy Elliott. Yeah, I can't be mad at Missy. Lionel Richie. Listen, Lionel Richie versus R. Kelly is the only discussion I want to hear. Lionel Richie versus R. Kelly. Now you can have Babyface fight for third position, but Lionel Richie versus R. Kelly. That's it. Babyface is distant third. I like Babyface. Babyface has some smashes, but it's Lionel Richie versus R. Kelly all day, every day. That's it. That's the only discussion I want to have. Okay. Every Commodore's record is because of Lionel Richie. I don't care what y'all say. The little short black dude, I hear you, but what happened to the Commodores after Lionel left? Okay? The Commodores we're a different band without Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie was getting 100 racks a song to write for other people in the 70s. 100 racks for songwriting. You be an idiot to stay with the Commodores. Y'all can have Brick House. I'm gonna go write for Linda Ronstadt and God knows whoever else. Are you kidding me right now? Ooh, Babyface can fight with Burt Bacharach. No. Burt Bacharach versus David Foster. Babyface is distant third. Sorry. Nope, I'm sorry. Burt Bacharach versus David Foster. Lionel Richie versus R. Kelly. Babyface can fight with okay, how about this? Babyface can fight with Smokey Robinson. Yeah, is that fair enough? Smokey versus Babyface. David Foster versus Burt Bacharach. Linda Perry versus... Ooh, I think Linda Perry is probably the greatest female songwriter. That's Linda Perry all by herself. And then Lionel Richie with versus R. Kelly. Okay, you say Burt all day. Hey man, Burt Bacharach, man, that's God tier level. Hey, and David's no slouch. You know what I'm saying? I like when we had these conversations. I like this. You said Babyface, bruh. You don't know music. I'm sorry. No, you don't know songwriting. Sorry. Nobody would ever say. Nobody with real listen. No one's picking Babyface over Lionel Richie, dog. No, not a real person with an ear for music. Nobody's picking Babyface over Lionel Richie. Please stop this. Don't do this, sir. Please don't do this. The Dream, not enough. Nope, not enough. He hasn't done anything in the last what's his last significant big hit? Doesn't have enough longevity. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you Umbrella, but listen, Lionel was giving you umbrellas in the 70s and 80s all day long. You know what I'm saying? Smokey was giving you umbrellas in the 50s and 60s all day long. Sorry. Dolly Parton. This is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. Young Thug, y'all. Now this is interesting. This is very interesting. This is very, very interesting. Let's take a listen to, or let's take a, okay. Should hip hop be melodic? Should hip hop be structured? Right? Okay, let's see. The ubiquity created ample opportunity for a post-structural dissenter to come along. In stepped the Atlanta surrealist Young Thug, whose main gift is songwriting, has been his ease with dismantling its norms. Rap music had become accepted and palatable. Young Thug made it wild again. This is in part attributable to his fully improvisational approach. Young Thug is the bastard, is the son of Old Dirty Bastard. Young Thug is the son of Old Dirty Bastard. Approach to song construction, writing nothing down. He wasn't alone in that approach, but he became the rapper whose off-the-dome exaggerations were impressive, not for how close they come to tightly stitched written verses like those of his idol Wayne, but rather for how they appear to defy composition altogether. During his Titanic mixtape run in the early 2010s, he became the genre's signature eccentric rapping and free associative howls and chirps. If his music bends to any tradition at all, it's to the great soul yelpers of the 50s and 60s. Little Richard is all over Thug's music, as are the ecstatic breakdown segments of old James Brown numbers and maybe the bluegrass yodelers of decades prior. This is a pretty good assessment. I like this. Thug has an easy way with melody when he chooses, but he's just as interested, maybe more so, in the nonsensical interjections of emphatic ad-libs that most rappers are a side dish. Here's Young Thug on Harambe, representatively bizarre number. My diamond's yellow like a corn, double R at the prom. Lines stop and start somewhere before the natural meter of a rap verse would soon seem to demand. Then at the chorus, he sounds as if he's vomiting a whole barrel of crude disgusted. There is that sense that great songwriting must revert to the mean. That is a celebration of form and propriety. But Young Thug's dazzling dyspepsia of an argument for the opposite, a contention that some styles have reached their natural end and that only an alien can see a way beyond it. It's as if Young Thug dissolved a fully formed. Man, you know what? This is a deep, deep breakdown. This is a deep, deep breakdown. Wow. Okay. Let's continue. Diane Warren versus Linda Perry for the greatest female songwriter of all time. That's a heavyweight knockdown, drag out fight. Diane Warren versus Linda Perry. Josh Osborne, Brandy Clark, Shane McNally. This is Nashville. Okay, that's country. Let's go here. Let's listen to them. You want to listen to them? Let's listen to them.
Here, and if you're lucky, one of them gets cut. If you're lucky, it is so much about the process. It's very collaborative. It's very getting in rooms with other writers, finding ideas from each other, getting inspiration from each other. That's why I still love the
Did this man just ask who is Linda Perry? Lord have mercy.
process and the showing up, 4 days a week and trying to come up with something.
There's a great scene in the movie Walk Hard where Dewey Cox, his wife and he are having this big fight. And he says,
Okay, all right, that's fine. I get it. You're innocent and I'm guilty. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged.
and she goes, don't you dare write a song right now, Dewey. And that's exactly how my husband feels because he'll be talking and I'll glaze over and he'll be like, are you writing a song? This is our life.
Might let pride get in the way.
It's so intimate to write a song, and you have to trust the other person pretty quickly. I mean, people tell Brandy their secrets the first time they meet her.
Within 10 minutes.
She knows everything. I'll find myself...
Okay. Shout out to them. Fiona Apple. Ooh, now if you're going to put Fiona Apple, then you better have Alanis Morissette. You better have Alanis Morissette, man. You cannot have Fiona Apple and then not have Alanis Morissette. Oh, no, this is disrespectful. So in 30 years, Fiona Apple has released only 56 original songs on 5 albums. So then why is she here? Why is she here? Fiona Apple Over Alanis Morissette? Man, listen, that, what was it called? Jagged Little Pill? Oh my God. Her whole run was, oh no. Babyface, of course, Babyface is here. There's, no debate. There's nothing wrong with that. We all love Babyface, but
Working hard writing sad songs. I wrote all these sad songs throughout junior high school and high school. Puppy love, it's the strongest kind of feeling you can have. It's because it's new and you think you're gonna die. 4-track and didn't have a studio, so to say, so I would be in my closet with a 4-track and some speakers and recording the demos there. You'd have the verses and you would be able to have the peak with the bridge, and that was the best thing about, I think, the late 80s and 90s music is that you used to have bridges. Bridge exciting to get to the next level, whether it's a Whitney Houston or you go with Aretha Franklin and Boys to Men where, you demo the record and then they come in and they take it to a place you didn't know it could go to. When I was younger, I heard a song that blew me away. It was The Fifth Dimension, One Less Bell to Answer. Okay. I wanted to rewrite this song. I wanted to write something that felt like that. Karen just happened to be there at the time when I came up with it, and she was too young for it in that sense. Same, not gonna cry. Andre Harrell came to me and said, it's good, but this isn't for Mary. That's not who she is. About every other female that goes through that. In terms of writing music, writing songs, it's the pain that excited me. In Tony Sisters, I heard.
Listen, I will never shit on Babyface, but listen, in my eyes, it is Lionel Richie versus R. Kelly. Babyface can go fight it out with Smokey Robinson or somebody else, but I'm just saying.
This pain in her voice, and that's when I was excited. I was like, oh, I can work with her.
Sir, no one's disrespect. So you're telling me, so you're going to sit here and tell me that Babyface is a better singer-songwriter than R. Kelly and Lionel Richie? Is that what you're telling me right now? You're telling me Babyface has more hits, bar for bar, than R. Kelly and Lionel Richie. Come on, don't do this, man. So out of those three, you're actually gonna put Babyface over R. Kelly and Lionel Richie? I don't think y'all understand. Some of y'all telling me y'all ages right now, or you're telling me you're not very well versed in music history. I'm not understand. No. No, sir. No. Babyface is no, not over R. Kelly and Lionel Richie.
Saying exactly everything that the woman wanted to hear. I knew exactly.
Sir, you said Lionel Richie? How old are you, Money Mar? Wait, hold up. Money Mar, how old are you? Respectfully, I'm just asking. How old are you, sir? I'm just telling you how I see it. You know what I'm saying? But Money Mar, how old are you, sir? How old are you? Because there ain't no way in hell you gonna sit here and if you're close to my age talking about Babyface over Lionel Richie. Nigga, Lionel Richie, the 70s was him. He owned damn near a decade. What do you mean? Do you realize who all Lionel Richie has written for? I guess he gotta be. Shit. Talking about Babyface over Lionel Richie.
What I was doing. Thank God, it has changed that women are far more independent and they don't look for songs like Soon As I Get Home. Somebody to save the day for them. They can save themselves.
You're 47 and you really sat here and said Babyface has a better catalog than Lionel Richie? How? I'm not understanding how you come to that conclusion. That's insane, man. That's insane.
So being romantic today is a little different than being romantic in the 90s. That the idea of love is dead? No. Love sounds different today. We're fighting a different war for emotion because the internet and social media and everything is taking a lot of the soul out of everything.
Listen, I'm not listening to y'all. Y'all talking about Babyface over R. Kelly. Man, please stop. Please stop.
And
please
when you
stop.
take away the
Please stop.
innocence, you
Please
take
stop.
away the
Please stop.
romanticism, the imagination of love, of sex, everything. Love has.
When happy people comes on the radio, motherfuckers get up and dance to start 2-7. Please don't do this. No one's picking Babyface over R. Kelly. Stop this. Stephen Merritt. Let's see who else we got. Romeo Santos, Dominican Cats. Carole King. Carole King deserves to be here. Okay. Outcast. Interesting. Outcast. I wouldn't have never thought about them in that way. Interesting. Mariah Carey. Okay. I could see that. Come on, Mimi. Talk to me.
I'm a singer-songwriter from the very beginning. I write my own songs. I produce my own records. But it's still hard for me to say, yeah, I think I'm so good at songwriting. It's really hard for me to do that. See, if I said something like that, that would make me sound arrogant, and I don't want.
Still the same.
I remember one time my mother said to me, don't say if I make it, say when I make it. I would sit in with her musicians. I was probably like 9 at that point. That's when I really picked up what creating something was. The poetry came first, and then I started like adding little melodies. There's a pen involved. There's voice notes involved. There was an occasional thesaurus. I mean, I can get a little lofty with all that. Me and Jermaine, it's in a sandbox when we're in the studio writing. I ain't gonna cry. Be my baby. 'Cause you'll always be my baby. Fantasy? No, I knew it was big. Car listening to it. Even before the remix happened, I was like, oh my gosh, I love this. Me and Mariah go back. That's one of my favorites. There's just something about ODB's voice.
It surprised everybody. People believed that there was some shy girl in a castle tower.
Well, I was in a castle tower. Did I want to be there? Not really. Well, there's some songs that I've written and I started on the piano. I will just play a little bit. And that happened with All I Want for Christmas Is You. Let's say he was being. What I tend to do is take that moment and go by myself. When it's one of those heartfelt kind of moments, I really like to be alone and pour my heart out onto the page.
I saw recently you said that you feel like the Grammys have scammed you.
They have. I do believe that I'm a seasoned songwriter. I've had this career for a long time, and we've had hits and all the things. But I'm not sure exactly how to say, okay, this is what I need them to tell me as a songwriter to have a pat on the back.
Okay, let's continue. Willie Nelson, that's a no-brainer. Kendrick Lamar, Jesus Christ, what? Wow. Okay. All right, Kendrick stand up. I don't see how, but okay. Valerie Simpson. Yeah, Simpson, Ashford and Simpson, right? Nick died a few years ago. Okay, fair enough. Bob Dylan. The times are changing. Yeah, okay. Let's see who else. Lana Del Rey. How? She's been, I don't know. I wouldn't put her on this list. The Dream. Someone said The Dream. Here you go. Somebody said The Dream. Okay. Here you go. He's not in my top 10. But here you go. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. That's another no-brainer. Bad Bunny. I guess. Okay. Bruce Springsteen. Fair enough. Smokey Robinson. Here y'all go. This is Grandpapa, right? Okay. So that was 30. That was 30? Really? That was 30. Let me count that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I don't know.
12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, that's 30.
To find a new way.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No Linda Perry. Wow. No Linda Perry. No Alanis Morissette. No Joni Mitchell. Wow. Oh, is this list valid? Oh, no. No, this list is not valid. No, sir. No, sir.